Hey guys, it's Carson here. Before this pod starts, I just wanted to say the audio in this one kind of got screwed up, so I didn't go through and do anything special with it. I just didn't really see the point. But on the other hand, this pod was a lot of fun to record. Me and Austin had a lot of fun talking about what we did. So I ask you guys to endure the audio issues that happen within the pod and just listen to what we had to say because it was a lot of fun to record again. So my bad. I should have done more tests, and I will fix it for the future pods. So for right now, thank you for listening and enjoy the pod.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Fishing Break Podcast. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Today we're going to talk about some creepy ass shit.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna be talking about some. Don't really know what. Kind of woke up the other day. I was like, we should talk about some shit because we haven't done that yet.
What?
Like talk. We never.
We never have a
We
subject.
never have a subject. We kind of just start talking about like stuff that's happened.
I can't wait till Luke hears this and he's so excited that we have a subject.
Yeah, like and then today's subject before we get too out of hand is we're gonna just talk about like creepy stories and shit. Like SCPs,
Creepypasta,
creepypasta,
Mandela effect.
Mandela effect. Is it catalog or effect?
Um,
I think catalog is the creepypasta, but effect is
they're both, yeah,
they're like the same realm of
yeah,
each other.
yeah.
Um, but we're gonna talk about a few of those today. Maybe a sponsor in here somewhere. Um, but Austin, you go first.
I don't want to go first. You go
You
first.
don't.
This is your
Okay,
idea.
fine. I'll go first. Okay, so there's this one. I was going down like the line of creepypastas on the also uh, very trustworthy website of Wikipedia. Um,
That's scary. I learned all my creepypastas from Skydo's Minecraft when
Sky
he did
does.
his
Did he like?
creepypasta mod showcase.
Did he like touch children? What happened to him?
I think he beat his wife and kid.
Oh, that's a lot worse than nah. No,
No.
like
Well,
depends how
I
you look.
don't think you can say which one's worse and which one's better.
Just depends how you look at it. But
One traumatizes you, the other one sexually assaults you and traumatizes you.
yeah,
But
so
you get beaten. You might get beat in both cases, though.
man, that's fucked. Anyways, um, so I was going down the line of the creepy pastas. We got the ones that like they stand out. You got Slender Man, you got Jeff the Killer, um
Siren Head.
you got Siren Head. I really like Siren Head. Like
I like the Minecraft jukebox head.
Jukebox Head.
I paid $7 for that shitty map.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Um so now I want Siren Head's is one of my favorites.
Siren Head is terrifying.
Cause this is what I told you I was doing like the fake one earlier. I was just talking to myself.
Yeah.
He's one of the ones I talked about. We both have coughs, so sorry in advance.
Just
Um,
cough away from the mic.
I just did.
They still heard it.
Probably. Um. Anyways,
Remember to take a drink every time you have to cough.
I don't have water.
That sucks.
Can't get up.
I got you. Keep
Um,
talking.
Siren Head is one of my favorites, if not the favorite, because it is just like it is a tall. It's not a. It's not humanoid.
No.
No,
Well, it has arms and legs.
I guess it's kind of. It's got the figure of a humanoid.
It has the figure of a stick figure
Yeah, it's like really skinny.
with a
It's
siren head.
it's tall and has like two sirens for a head. Um, and my uh my fake scenario that I had, I was just talking to myself earlier, like I was on a podcast. Um, my fake scenario was imagine you're camping with like two of your friends and you're like up like all night and you just something's really bugging you, just like really itching at you, and you finally like snap into reality and you realize your friends are gone and you're like, man, that's kind of weird. I wonder where they went, but they're probably fine,
Oh,
right?
most likely, yeah.
So you're sitting there and you're thinking why and how, like where'd they go, right? You start hearing these distant sirens that you assume to be like a fire department or something, like the local
Yeah,
one.
maybe there's a fire nearby.
Because I mean, you're like, I personally would not go into like the deep forest to um camp. Basically,
Why not?
things like this is why. But you're sitting there, you start hearing these sirens, and you're like, man, those sirens are kind of getting loud, and you're in the middle of a forest. This can't be. Looks like a cop, but cops. I don't know if you guys know this, but the sirens between cop cars, fighter or fire trucks, and ambulances are all different, right?
You can really tell between a police car and the rest. Fire truck and ambulance are slightly different,
Okay. Well,
but neither of them sound
yeah,
like Siren Head,
yeah. Siren's head thing is more of like a
tornado whistle.
yeah, like a hazard alarm or whatever. And for those of you who don't know what Siren Head is,
We would
imagine
recommend you look up every single one that we talk about and
yeah,
not sleep tonight.
um, Siren Head has this nifty little thing that he can do. Um, he can mimic sounds and voices. So imagine, you get up out of your tent because you're camping and you go to find your friends and you start hearing their voices like they're screaming. You go in the direction that you heard the voices. You finally get to where the voices are, and there's nothing around but tall ass trees. And you start, they sound like they're above you, and you look up, and all you see is this tall fucking stick of a creature, and he has two alarms on his head. He has teeth, right?
Um,
I think sometimes he's depicted with teeth, like in the alarms or in like the siren horns.
it
Um,
depends.
I, I,
Since it's technically a creepypasta, it could be described several different ways.
yeah, it's got several different variants, but I like the one where he's like tall. He's not noticeable. He
Okay, well,
blends
I
in.
lied. I lied. He does have a mouth.
He does. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he has like two teeth.
I guess he is more humanoid.
He's not like skin, is he? Or is he like tree bark? Is it
No, he's
skin?
definitely scared.
Skin. All right.
Yeah. Jesus.
Moral of the story is if you're camping, jeez,
Can we put stock picture? Like, can we put these pictures in?
I can. For those who watch it on YouTube.
Oh, y'all better watch on YouTube.
Sorry, I had to drink water. Um, Moral of the story is if you're camping with your friends and they disappear and you start hearing noises,
Just leave them.
just leave. Get in your car.
There,
They're gone.
there's no reason to find them. I
And
mean, if they left you, they're not really your friends, right?
yeah, exactly. And the reality of it, you can always get new friends. So yeah, Siren Head fucking sucks. If it's real, that also sucks. Um, I got more. Tell me when you want to tag in.
I'll go next. We'll just keep going off.
All right.
I'll switch to a SCP.
Mhm.
Um,
See, I don't know a lot about SCPs.
oh boy.
I've
Okay, hold on.
never been in that realm.
SCP.
I real quick, I want to talk about my Godzilla thing.
Okay, yeah, you do that while
Cause
I make sure I'm getting this all correct.
so I was like when I was doing like my fake pod earlier,
Yeah.
um, I went off about Godzilla for like half an hour, just talking to myself, and I swear I'm not insane. I just I was like it was like a what if scenario. Um, if so in the movies, you have the old movies, right? Godzilla's like the evil. He's the villain because he wakes up, he comes out of the water, and he just starts breaking shit and devastating like Tokyo or wherever he is, and he just goes back into the water. In new movies, like the newer the movies got, like they stopped being black and white. I used to be a huge Godzilla fan.
Listen, I was never a Godzilla fan.
Dude, I watched all the old movies. Like I don't know what it was. They were just always entertaining. But um Godzilla, as the movies went through time, he slowly became like the the hero, basically.
Really?
Yeah, like he was the protagonist. He still broke shit, but like not on purpose. Like it wasn't like he woke up and he was just angry and he like was like, man, I'm gonna go stomp on this fucking city. No, it kind of evolved into there was another thing that was like Godzilla. Like the most famous one is Ghidorah, the three-headed dragon, which is like an actual like mythology creature.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can like shoot lightning out of his mouth and shit. He's like a big ass three-headed dragon, basically bigger than Godzilla. Um, and that's like Godzilla's. I want to say like main foe because he comes back a lot. There's Ghidorah and there's Mecha Ghidorah where he has like two robot heads because he lost the ability to regenerate. I don't know. Godzilla is some really deep lore. Um. Anyways, what I was trying to get at is Godzilla would never, if he was real, he would never just wake up and be like, "Man, you see that fucking city over there? I'm gonna stomp the shit out of it." And once he does that, he just walks back into the fucking ocean like nothing ever. Like he would never do that shit.
So the Godzilla versus King Kong,
That was like so the
is
new
that would that not be technically for say canon to the Godzilla movies?
Godzilla versus Kong,
Yeah.
like the new ones.
Yeah.
No, those are canon.
Like isn't Godzilla the bad guy in that then?
No, so in those movies, they kind of like ditched like the whole bad guy, good guy thing, and they're like, we just want to see what would happen if they fought. And that's like the whole idea of the new movies is they made this device that like entices the kaijus. Like whenever they hear it, they're like, "Oh, we gotta go beat the fuck out of each other." It's like WWE but for kaiju's.
That's awesome.
I forget the name of it, but basically what I was trying to say is that if Godzilla is real, he would never get up, fuck that city, and just walk his ass back into the ocean. That would never happen. It's like if I broke into your house and like made a cup of coffee while you were just sitting there eating eggs or something, and you were cool with it. You would not like if I didn't know that you would not be cool with it, and you have every right to just beat the shit out of me because I'm in your house
But
without your
don't they
permission.
try and kill Godzilla and it doesn't work?
They do because Godzilla is just a big ass kaiju and has so much mass that our things would just not work on him. And it, I don't know. Godzilla has,
We could just nuke Japan like we did before. I think that would kill it.
yeah, that would get him. Um,
All right, I got my SCP.
yeah, go for it.
All right, SCP 096.
Okay,
You know which one that is?
no.
Um,
The only one I know about is the one where you blink and it like comes at
okay,
you.
that's the other one I'm gonna talk about.
Okay, that's the only one I know about.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about
And the
two.
coffee machine.
Yeah, that
That's
one's a
it.
good one.
That's all I pretty much know about.
Um, I want to talk about the Ice Maker too.
I don't know that one.
Okay, I think we're gonna watch some SCP shit after this. Um,
It,
SCP 096. He is a let's get to it. 2.38 millimeter height. Oh, meters in height.
How much is? Wait, how much?
Sorry, 2.38 meters.
Meters, two
So
feet,
that's
seven.
seven,
Yeah, like 8 feet. No,
8 feet,
seven
seven
feet
and a
nine
half.
inches.
Yeah, he's a big
It's
boy.
kind of tall.
He's a
Damn.
big boy. You can't look at him in the face.
You can't look like
No, you
he
can
like
look at him
look
from
at
behind.
him.
If you see his face at all, he comes after you and kills you.
Hmm.
Even in a picture.
What does he look like?
Um, well, he looks like this. And pop up on screen for our Instagram or for our YouTube watchers. Um, looks like this. He's very pale. His
Mm.
mouth unhinges. All of his bones can break, and he will still come after you. And you cannot kill him.
Sounds like a Wendigo.
Basically is what he's based after,
Huh.
his style. He is unkillable. You cannot run from him. He is contained in a 5 by 5 by 5 steel cube.
So you know how like there's like the games where it's like containment.
Yeah, containment breach.
If you look at him in there,
Oh, you're dead.
oh okay, he just phases out of the room.
Yeah, only if you look at him in the face, though.
Okay.
And the way you contain him in those games is the cube is actually lifted off the ground with magnets, and like so it's not touching anything, or else then he can't get out or some shit. But of course, there's always a fail, and But
That's
the way
like
you get him in,
that's bullshit.
the way you get him in, is you put a prisoner in there,
Oh,
okay,
that's tough.
and one you show him a picture of its face,
All right,
okay, so he already wants to come, and then you break its femur,
all
the
right.
prisoner's femur,
So
so it is screaming in agony, and then the way SCP's in there is the screaming stops because he's now dead. And then that's when you set the magnet and he's now locked away.
is it like instant death or is it like you can run for a little bit?
No, 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 no.
It's just
No.
instant.
It just eats you.
Okay, valid.
Um
How fucked up.
the jaw can open up to 4 times the normal of an average human.
Oh, so he's like a snake,
Yeah.
kind of
In
like
a way.
just, like push it in.
Yeah. Um
Always hated things. It's like jaw things, like neck and jaw things always fucked up with me.
yeah, but thing is it's actually blind.
Blind
Yeah. So it moves real slow until
until you
it
look
has
at
a
it.
prey.
Okay.
Um,
So
yep.
it's harmless if you don't look at it.
Yeah, yeah, because it doesn't have to eat.
It's good. It's like a teddy bear that you don't have to take care of
Yeah,
until you like look at it one day. And you're like,
yeah.
man, I've neglected that.
Which
Teddy
I don't
bear."
know why they won't just put a bag over its head. Like, wouldn't that work?
No, I think it would still because if it's blind, it senses that you look at it anyways. I think if you look at the bag, you'd be like, oh, he's looking
Maybe.
at me.
Wait, the thing is, if so, say they found a picture of it in someone took a picture of a hiker in the Arctic. All right, and for some reason SCP-096 was in the Arctic, just in the background, very far away. Even if he's within 3 pixels and you look at those 3 pixels,
Oh, so
oh yeah,
oh,
yeah, no,
okay.
it's coming after you.
God damn.
Yeah, that's where it gets fucked. Any
Ooh.
picture it's in, anything. So there could be no pictures. There can't even be video feed of it.
You imagine being that one like unlucky motherfucker that like took like a family photo
And it was just in the background.
and like his fucking like his finger was in the photo or something.
It's his fingers okay. It's
Like
just his face.
His face was in the photo. Like you happen to glimpse at it.
Yeah, it's like say we took a picture in your backyard and he was like 2 miles away in a tree.
My backyard's fucking terrifying at night.
It is. But
So many
yeah,
so many deer. Like I want you to think. I have like a long backyard, and it's like a runway for deer.
yeah.
Imagine just I walked out there with Stewie the one night, and a deer was just like sitting back there, and I was like, "It's real. The skinwalker's here. It's over." And
Well, do you want to lead into skinwalkers, or do you want me to cover
I
that?
don't, you can. I don't really know much. All I know about skinwalkers is that like they can disguise themselves,
Okay.
right? They can't disguise themselves as anything. It just has to be like an animal that, right? Like they can disguise themselves like a dog or something. But it can't be like a human, right?
Yes. It cannot be. Well, sort of.
Or can it only be like deer? Because don't they look like deer?
Some.
They have like the
It could be a deer, a goat. It could be. Technically,
something with
they
antlers.
can only be one thing. They're that one thing. Actually, let me just.
Because I've seen like the jokes where it's like when you're taking your dog for a walk and like you'd like hop like a fence to get around, and the dog stands up on its two legs to hop the fence with you, and it goes back down on all fours. I've seen those jokes.
So here's a little um thing. In Navajo culture, a skinwalker is a type of harmful witch who has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise himself as an animal.
A witch?
Yeah, it's a witch. It's
All right.
so if I remember this correctly, um to be a skinwalker and to be this witch, you have to kill someone in your family, use their bones with a animal bone, do a sacrifice, and then in return they get to live forever as a haunting spirit per se,
Why would you want to do that?
to protect the Navajo land. You
Oh,
ever you
so
ever hear of Skinwalker Ranch?
yes.
That was all Navajo land.
Uh, So
So they would do
it's
this.
like some old ritual shit.
Yes,
Okay.
they would do this to protect their land, to keep off any. They wouldn't hurt the Navajo. They'd hurt us. Thing is, though, we're technically on stolen land per se. Uh, you know, technically Indians were here before us.
Fair enough.
Granted, they probably did not have witches and all that shit all back then, way back then per se.
See, you know what I think about?
Uh,
So we make all these stories, right? We make all this shit up. Do you think our government looks at all this shit and is like, we should make things just in case?
oh, definitely.
Do you think they do that?
I guarantee. Well, I listen. I'm a full believer in ghosts,
Hmm.
full believer in demons, all that shit. Wendigos for sure, which is a skinwalker.
Hmm.
That's just the word that you're not supposed to use, or else they'd come after you. Fully,
They don't exist because we've been saying it like all fucking time.
but no, full believer in this shit. I am. Uh,
See, this is a great segue into what I wanted to say. I like Siren Head. I don't think that's like I don't think it's possible, but if it was to exist, that would open so many more gates for like the even weirder shit to be alive. Because I think so. The bare minimum when it comes to this shit is like Sasquatch. A lot of people don't believe in Sasquatch. I'm
oh, I
kind of
do.
I'm kind of on like both sides because like on the believing side, I'm like it's so believable that this
You're telling me a giant fucking bear that walks like a human isn't real?
yeah there's
Bears can already walk. You're telling me one can't be deformed and made with another one to make another deformed one that can just walk?
that's what I'm saying. Like on one side, it's like this thing could absolutely exist. Like, this is the other thing I was talking about, like my fake talk earlier, was Sasquatch to me is like, like monkeys or like apes or like pretty much human, just minus the cognitive functions that we have.
Yeah,
If you told me the Sasquatch was a breed of some monkey that just happened to evolve into what we are, and he just has a lot of hair, he's just a little bigger, and that's
it
believable.
is. Like,
And then this is the part that like gets me thinking that it's not real. You those fucking idiots out there that like try to fake the shit where it's like, bro, that's just a guy in a gorilla fucking costume.
yeah.
That shit makes me like not believe in it.
What, did you see the one in the desert? So there are these people flying by in a plane, and they see this big ass fucking creature walking, and it sits down and it starts looking exactly like a fucking bush.
See, that's just kind of weird.
Like, it was clearly walking, clearly had legs, clearly had arms, clearly had a head. And then it just sits down like stock photo incoming. Like this.
Okay. See, like that. So, like like I was saying, Sasquatch is the most believable of the urban legends or
What? No, it's not.
whatever.
No, it's not.
Not just more
Fucking
believable.
unicorn.
I don't believe in that shit.
Listen, I don't believe they're magical, okay? You're telling me a narwhal is fucking real, a giraffe is fucking real, but there's not a fucking horse with a horn?
I think okay. Well, yeah.
Seriously. There's one horned deer.
There might be an off-bred one that
You're
has like a
seriously,
horn.
I'm being dead serious. They might not be, something we have anymore. You're telling me there couldn't have been a horse that has a horn.
They definitely could have existed.
They definitely weren't rainbow. They weren't fucking magical.
They weren't
None of
like,
that shit.
Yeah, none of that. I
But
could
there
believe,
definitely has to be in some point in time a fucking horse with a horn. Or maybe a big ass fucking deer with one horn.
Yeah, and those are common, right?
A big deer?
Deer with like one horn.
Oh yeah.
Except their horn like has points.
It could.
So,
But I've seen a one horned deer. Like just one. No spikes, no nothing. Just one.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Seriously,
no.
a giraffe is fucking real?
Well, giraffes have like
A
nubs.
giraffe is a horse with a fucking 20-foot neck.
Don't they have like nubs?
Yeah.
It's only a horn.
No. I'm just saying, how the fuck does a giant horse with a 20-foot neck, how is that real?
That's fair.
How the fuck is a fish with a giant horn on its fucking head real?
Fish?
Narwhal.
Oh, no. See, I think.
I'm not saying it's real anymore.
No,
But I'm saying
it definitely.
in one
could've been
point,
around.
I'm sure it was.
Because we're finding like. Didn't we just discover a new dinosaur?
Yeah.
Like a few months ago?
Yeah, I forget what it was, but yeah.
It was like a different species of raptor or
Mhm.
something.
Oh, so we figured out what the hell a T-Rex actually sounds like,
Yeah, that too.
which is a lot more terrifying than what Jurassic Park showed.
It's just like you gotta have like because you think about it, you got that the T Rex was a huge fucker, and it has that lung capacity to push out like that more of like a screech noise
Yeah.
than like a dude yelling noise.
Yeah.
So I fully believe that is what they actually sounded like.
Well, they found working
Yeah, and then okay.
throat, and they just pumped air through it.
See, that shit's fucking weird. um,
Like, could you imagine if we found one for almost every other dinosaur?
dude, they're definitely out there. You just
Like,
gotta know where to look.
I'm sure like a raptor would definitely be close because
Yeah,
they're smaller and they're faster, so they wouldn't have to make the super loud, terrifying noise. They'd make a
like a screech.
smaller screech, yeah, which would make sense.
I think
Granted, we all thought that the noise that the Jurassic Park T Rex made was real. It made sense too, but hearing what it actually
yeah,
is
it was
makes
like
even more sense.
I think dinosaurs are like so just they're like so moldable,
Yeah.
and they like anything we say about them, we'll fucking believe it because we don't know shit
Yeah.
about them.
But did you know there's people that think dinosaurs weren't real?
See, that's fucking stupid. I can understand if you don't believe that what we think they look like is not what they look.
Granted, they could have all had neon pink skin.
Exactly. I understand
Like
if
we
you're
have
not,
no clue what color they were, if they were fuzzy. We don't know any of that shit.
but if you're just like, nah, they don't, they didn't, they never will, never
Well, a
did.
bunch of religions forget about dinosaurs.
I can't say that. Never mind.
Like it's not Christian. One of Christianity. Adam and Eve. Whoever believes in Adam and Eve. I think technically all.
Yeah, it's like beginning of life
Yeah.
shit. So
Begin Adam and Eve, that whole thing. They always skip past the age of dinosaurs.
yeah, it's well, in you gotta think of it like there was a time where whoever, whoever shit came to be, that lizard that was to be a dinosaur, that could totally fucking happen
Yeah.
under the circumstances, weather can, and all that shit. That could happen.
See, here's what's fine. I know we're getting off tangent of our scary shit here.
It's true.
We always do.
It happens.
But here's my theory on what I sort of believe beginning. We all started out as a microorganism in the ocean. After a asteroid collides with the Earth, creates the moon, and then rain comes and all that shit. And then fish come. And then a fish walks on land. That fish becomes some other fucking shit.
Just biology.
Yeah, biology happens. Evolution happens. And then eventually we become a monkey. Okay, like I fully believe that shit. I do.
It just makes sense.
It does. I fully believe that. I also believe that, eventually there was a Adam and Eve type, those were the first technically humans.
Like, man, we should bang and make more people.
Yeah. No, like seriously though. Like I fully believe that's how it started.
Yeah.
Like I hate the concept of Adam and Eve were the first people on Earth.
Yeah, they say it's like the first.
Yeah. Like I hate it. It doesn't make any sense. I believe God and all that shit. I believe God created the earth, everything.
I'm not an atheist.
Yeah, I know.
I believe that there was something out. I don't think that it was God because all that shit just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. No, I mean everyone can believe their own shit. I don't care what anyone believes.
Someone came down and was like, make that living, and then it evolved into what we are.
Yeah. Like that's fully what I believe. Anyways, scary shit. What's your next one? Let's get off this.
My scary one next is I was reading about some like fan fiction ones.
Okay.
Did you know that there was a idea for a SpongeBob episode?
Okay.
Where Squidward kills himself.
No.
Did you know this? Okay, so I was reading this. This is not a fan. This is not something that like people turned it into a fan thing, but the idea is like a real thing that happened. There was a day back in like 2005, I want to say.
Okay.
And it was when SpongeBob was like all the rage.
Yeah.
But people were becoming edgy and
that was the whole emo phase.
Yeah,
that lasted like 20 years, might I add.
Yeah, it was when people started, like fucking Green Day was out and all that shit was around and people were edgy as fuck. So the co-writer from what I read, correct me if I'm wrong, they put out a script and a like the dialogue thing that said Squidward suicide, red mist, and it was a. They say it was a. It was never meant to be a real thing. It was just a. They were just making fun of like all the edgy people that were like, "I want to die."
Yeah.
The whole from what I've read, the plot of this episode was gonna be that Squidward was seeing hallucinations of everyone dying in the SpongeBob realm,
Okay.
and his alarm clock goes off. He wakes up, grabs a shotgun, and blows his fucking brains out, which is why it's called Red Mist.
Oh my god.
And at the end of like reading all this, it just says, of course, this was not an actual thing that was gonna happen. It was just something to make fun of those people that are like, I want to die, and like in reality, you don't want to die. You're just edgy as
Yeah,
fuck.
you just want attention.
Yeah, exactly. And people in people that were supposed to animate this were told this could be a real thing, and it just turned out to be like a prank. And then at the end, they were like, "This is not supposed to be real. It's just a play on that." And that was fucked up. Like I was like, I
You know,
can't
I
believe.
wonder if that's why they made the episode of Squidward being dead.
Oh, and there's like an image around where Squidward has like red eyes.
Oh, really?
Um, it was used in one of the episodes because it was supposed to be in that. Like when he wakes up and he's like seeing all this shit and he has like red eyes and he just looks really like fucking depressed.
Well, do you remember the episode where SpongeBob and Patrick thought he was dead?
Yeah, and they like worship him because he thinks he's a ghost.
I wonder if that episode became because of that.
It was like I didn't read all of it because I was like this one's like kind of lame, but it's like also like kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't really read much of it, but from what I did read, that was the one where I was like, that's kind of fucked up that they would even think about doing that. Um, what was the other one? There was it was Squidward, and then I can't think of what the other one was. Blanking. Um, I could probably look it up real quick, honestly.
Well, while you're doing that, I will talk about my next one. Let's see, what was it? The Ice Maker.
Mm-hmm.
The Ice Maker is a terrifying one. Um, by the way, to start this off, almost no hotel, no anything has a ice maker in it. Just so you know. Okay?
You know what? I think I've seen this one.
Yeah. So, just so you all are aware, although you might think that ice makers are in most hotels, they are not.
Yeah, that's the other one.
The whole ice maker in hotel thing, complete bullshit. You might have seen it in movies. There is only about 20 hotels in America that have ice makers in them. Think about that.
This just like
20 hotels.
I understand why. You know, like ice makers, like you have to like clean it like
Yeah.
daily. That shit's annoying.
Yeah.
So I can understand why they don't.
Well, technically, a hotel ice maker you wouldn't have to. All the idea is you have a bucket, you go
Just
get
dispenses
ice.
ice,
Yeah,
right?
that's all it is.
Because like the one restaurant is like they have like a filter.
Yeah,
That builds up like the mold and shit.
Yeah.
It's like in
you have to replace it every week.
Yeah, that's like why I assume they don't do it. But
Yeah. So, basically, this guy is on a business trip and he gets a hotel and he sees this ice maker down his room from his room. He goes to get ice and he gets his ice and he hears a child.
it's always a child.
And he goes around trying to find this kid because she's like obviously needs help. So, this guy's like, well, and Gotta make sure she's okay, get her back to her room. Goes around the corner, it's a dead end. No child. So he's like, what the fuck? Goes back to his room, goes to open the door, and it's locked. He's like, the fuck? And he's, trying to get in, trying to get in. Someone opens the door. He's like, uh, who are you? He's like, this is my room. He's like, no. He's like, 127? He's like, no, this is 126. 127's across the hall. But he vividly remembers making that left out of his room to go to the ice maker. And he looks down the hall the way he came, and there's no ice maker, but he has a bucket of ice. All right. So he's just really fucking confused. He goes in his room, pours himself a glass of whiskey, puts ice in it, just saying, fuck it, long week of work.
See, this is the reason why I don't put ice in drinks.
Oh, yeah? So,
really, just weird.
So he pours himself a couple drinks, starts nodding off in his chair. Starts seeing, like, feet at the bottom of his door. Like, he wakes up. He's like, go away. He thinks it's housekeeping. He's like, I'm good, I'm gonna go to bed. Goes to bed, and this fucking creature is just hovering over him. Basically looks like E.T., but without the long neck. Right? And it's just all like inside out skin.
Ooh.
And he wakes up to that, and it just encases him. And just
encases him?
Yeah, like it covers him.
Alright. It's not weird at all.
And then he dies.
He just dies?
It's SCP Ice Maker.
That's the end of it?
Yeah, that's it. If you see an ice maker, you're kind of fucked. Don't get ice from it.
What if they just serve ice?
I ain't trusting it.
Fair enough.
If I ever see an ice maker in a fucking hotel, I'm asking the hotel people if there's an ice maker there.
I don't need my drinks to be cold. I'm weird. I can drink warm shit.
Yeah.
You know what I discovered was really good?
What?
When it's cold? Dovey.
And add.
Okay. So I think we're making it. We're gonna trail off a little bit here. I think we're making it a like a trademark in the Fishing Break Pod to try a new beer every episode.
Speaking of, hold on, before we get to that, I tried sake.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fucking good. I killed a bottle on New Year's.
Good? I heard it was awful.
No. Whoever told you that fucking lied.
I would see videos of people drinking it and they just spit it out.
No.
What does it taste like?
Grape juice.
Alright.
All it is wine, but like a good wine.
Just wine?
Yeah, because you can't taste the alcohol because it's low alcohol.
This is 11%.
I'm excited. Tell them what it is.
That's 5%.
I know. Tell them what it is.
So today we have Troeg's Independent Brewing Company, and the can says the Mad Elf. It is a holiday ale brewed it's a holiday ale brewed with cherries and honey. We went to the Hampton outlet.
Hampton Beer Outlet.
Last time on the pod we tried the sugar cookie one.
Just such dog shit.
Which I thought was so bad. Did you listen to the full thing?
What? Yeah, I did. I left it out for.
I went back in and I put a voiceover in because I thought it needed that. I saw this one. This is the one I wish I got the 6-pack of. But I feel like even if it's bad, it's not gonna be nearly as bad as that one.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try this one today. Serve in a chalice. Does that change anything?
Not really.
No. I mean, I have Gio's cup up there, but I don't feel like washing it again. So I'm gonna open this and give it a give it a sniff. Uh, mm, I kind of like that. You want to sniff it? It's got like a hint of cherry to it. Still got a beer smell.
It's a very strong beer smell, but it has cherry.
Also, it's red. I think I'm colorblind for the
The
red.
Mandela Catalog is a TV series, by the way.
It's a series. I know there's games of it. I didn't know if it was the same thing.
Maybe it is a game. No, it says it's a series.
I'm gonna try this. Hope it's not shit.
It's a new series, actually.
That's a lot better than the sugar cookie beer. Um, it's okay. It's like it gets like a 6 out of 10 for me. I kind of like it. All right.
It's a very hoppy taste.
Yeah, it's
It almost tastes like an IPA.
it's like for me it went like cherry, beer, cherry. Stuck with the beer for a little bit. I don't taste any honey.
No
Um,
honey yet. Well,
no,
actually,
maybe like hints of it, but not really. It's pretty good. I'll give it like a. I take that back. I give it like a 7 out of 10 on the beer scale. I'll pop it. I'll throw it on there for you guys who watch on YouTube. Um, it's not bad actually. I didn't plan on drinking tonight, but I might finish this. Um, it's got a weird fizz to it.
it does. It's good though. That
Maybe I shouldn't do
that
that.
might be an actual beer that you like.
It is. It's kind of nice actually. It doesn't have like a like Yingling has like a really bad aftertaste. This doesn't have a bad aftertaste. That sugar cookie beer had a shitty, awful aftertaste, and I fucking hated it. This is pretty nice. I'm gonna keep it as 7 out of 10. How about you? I know you're a beer guy, so
I'll give it a 7.5.
all right,
I will drink it.
all right.
I will say my two favorites are Bush Peach and Miller High Life.
I need to try it more highlight. I still have not had one.
It's in there, is it not?
Nah, Josh drank it. Dude, every time Josh, so I really want Josh on this pod. Um, every time Josh comes over, he fucking smashes a beer, and that's it. Like he'll drive home like half an hour later after he's done doing what he had to do, and I was like, oh okay. I think it's just so funny. He comes in, he goes straight to the fridge, smashes a beer, and then leaves. It's very enjoyable. That was the quick beer rating. Back to our SCP and scary shit.
Um,
Oh, it's my turn, isn't it?
hold on. Did Curious George ever have a tail?
Because now that you say that, no,
Because I remember him hanging on by a tail.
I don't. I don't remember him having a tail. I remember him having like a little trough of dirt where a tail would be. Yeah, dirt fur. I meant. Why? What are you looking at?
Just some Mandela effects. Um, Sex in the City?
No, I mean, I know of it.
Yeah, no, it's actually Sex and the City.
Sex and the City.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that one I just know there's like both variants. Because isn't there like a book called Sex in the City
Nope.
or a song called Sex in the
Nope.
City? No,
Nope.
because I've heard both Sex and City or Sex and the City and Sex in the City. That one's kind of weird.
How you spell Fruit Loops?
Fruit Loops.
Mm-hmm.
They spell with two O's, right?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
because I would spell it Fruit in loops. Loops.
Yeah, no, it's Fruit.
Huh?
It was never this.
What? But that one's like
Uh-huh.
styled.
Yeah,
Wait,
no.
no, that doesn't
Nope.
make any fucking
Nope, it's
sense.
not. I know. Um, Monopoly guy. Did he have a monocle?
No.
Does Pikachu have black on his tail?
Yes.
No.
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 I'm not really big with Pokemon.
Neither am I, but that black on the tail was pretty fucking iconic, I thought.
Oh, he has like gray on like the bottom of his tail, not the top. Yeah, but I thought
I'm so pissed.
so. I think this is. You guys know about the
Hold
Mandela
One more.
catalog.
One more.
One more.
One more. Fruit of the Loom. Or Fruit of the Loom. Do you have a cornucopia in it?
It most definitely
It
did.
doesn't. It never has.
There's no way.
It never has.
It most definitely
No,
did.
never.
Are you serious?
100%.
It's not like a Thanksgiving thing.
Nope.
That's fucking weird. Because I definitely remember the cornucopia. Or maybe it's just the idea of it, because like a bunch of fruit that's like piled together. Um.
Hmm.
Anyways, the Mandela catalog. Do you know much about it?
Not really.
Um.
I thought I did. I do not.
There's kind of like there's a couple of things out there.
Like, what is it?
So there's a YouTube series where it's like an actual story of this guy, and like he's like in his house and his friend calls him and his friend kind of sounds weird. And he's like, "Are you okay, bro?" And he's like, "Oh no, I'm chilling. It's all chill. Like, you know, we're all real here." Like shit like that. And then like some time passes and his friend makes his way inside of the house that his other friend is in. Um so the main guy, I think his name is Mike.
Okay.
I think the guy who made it, his name was like Fritz or Mike Fritz or something.
Okay.
Or I don't know, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Um but the guy in the story, his name's Mike, and he's a friend that like kind of like is weird, and he kind of like breaks into the house one night. I guess I should say what the whole idea of the Mandela catalog is. There are these things called alternates, and
I think I do know.
these are the things that try to look like other people.
Isn't that in Lethal Company? Like,
No,
technically, she put the mask on. It's not.
I haven't played that much to know,
Oh,
honestly.
sorry.
Um, but these guys, they're called alternates, and they are basically. I didn't know it was this deep, but apparently they're like devil's advocates.
Okay.
And you know Gabriel,
Yeah.
like the archangel or whatever, is
Lucifer.
yeah. That shit deep as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna talk about the ones on YouTube, but they don't talk about any of this shit. Um, the alternates are these things that disguise themselves as people, but they don't get it right. They kind of have like the way it's described is that they look human, but they have like their arms are like not the right
Yeah,
length.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Or,
yeah.
like their faces are fucked up.
I think I've definitely seen something on this, just not.
Yeah, like I know Markiplier's played a few of the games.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But basically, the idea is these alternates try to disguise themselves as things that you're familiar with, and they come into your house and they mimic the voices of the thing they're trying to do,
Yeah.
but they can't. From what I understand, is they try, but they can't do it.
Yeah.
and they get you in the first half, but then they like fuck up. Like it's like when like a record like skips, yeah, like it stutters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and that's kind of when you're like, oh,
That's not right.
that's not right. I think there's a video on YouTube you can look it up. I think it's just called the Mandela Catalog.
Yeah.
It's like a training video just for if you see one of these motherfuckers, um, you just fucking either run away, or you kill it, basically.
Yeah.
Which is why they say have a handgun or something on your person.
But the thing is, it'll try to let you not kill it because it's gonna keep
Uh,
acting like
it's gonna beg for its life
yeah.
because it's gonna like I'm getting chills thinking about
Yeah,
it.
it's gonna like snap back
It's
into it like, oh no, 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 it is me. I just fucked up.
yeah, exactly. And this shit's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Cause
I did see a video where it was like begging and it put its hands over its head, but it accidentally had only four fingers.
it's like,
And then it was like, oh, you're not you, but you're you, and I don't want to. Yeah, no, it's fucked.
and it's the other thing. Like, it doesn't look like just just an example. If RT was an alternate, and he was like, cause I know RT.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
our tall, funny guy. And he's like sitting there begging for his life, and I'm just like, you're not RT, but you look like RT. It fucks with your mind. The When I was reading it, psychological horror
Yeah,
is what they fuck with,
yeah.
or psychological torture. Um,
Well, so I saw this thing. It's coming back to me now. I saw it on TikTok. Um, because I got into creepy TikTok for a while, where it was just all these fucked up videos, and this little girl's playing in her room, and she hears her mom yell for her,
mhm.
and then her mom's downstairs, she's upstairs, and then her mom grabs her and brings her into her room and into her closet and goes, I heard that too.
I think I've definitely heard that one.
That's as far as it went though. Like there was no part two. So one of those wasn't real.
There's that one that's been around. You probably heard it. Like he's on like the phone with this service lady,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Tell me your or tell me," or he's like, "Say something that a real person would say," or "Tell me you're not a robot," or something. And she's like, "I am a real person." That shit's fucking freaky. But the Mandela catalog, again, it's one of those things where like it's one of the more believable
It
things.
is.
Um, especially with like obviously I can't see it ever happening, but if it did happen, it'd be fucking creepy.
It's fucking terrifying.
Um, I think because we're coming to an end here, the last thing I want to touch topic on.
Yeah.
What is your? This isn't really creepypasta or anything, but what's your idea? Like, if we were to have a zombie apocalypse, what would your idea be of how the zombies would react?
What do you mean?
So, I guess you haven't really played a lot of zombie games.
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have like Black Ops zombies,
Yeah.
right? They're like slow. They don't eat you. They like beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
And you have like the Walking Dead zombies where they're slow as shit, but they eat you. They catch you, and you're also just already infected. Like if you die, you become one.
So the way I would think it would go is it's already in the air
Mm-hmm.
because that's how it has to.
Yeah,
It would have to be airborne.
it has to be.
Um, would there be a cure? Maybe eventually.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think that the whole world would go to shit as fast as it does in all these zombie movies.
No, it would not.
There's there's way too many fucking people to let that happen.
And like if you start seeing people like again, if it's airborne and like there's that one motherfucker that dies, just happens to die with this virus,
Yeah.
and he turns into a zombie, and he starts munching on a motherfucker. Right then and there, you fucking
Yeah.
You
I think the issue is there would be those people that go, no, we have to keep them alive to try and save them.
Yeah, no, that shit.
And that's just where the government has to go, no, they have to die.
You have
That's the issue where all these games and movies are getting it wrong is the government would absolutely fucking murk half a country
Oh yeah, they would
just to save the rest of the country.
just to yeah.
So now if I saw a zombie, I'd fucking kill it, even if it was my mom, because I wouldn't want her in fucking misery.
Yeah, exactly.
My
my ideal.
I do think they'd be slow. They would not run. There's no way they can run.
Yeah.
If they are fucking rotting, I don't care what virus there is. You're
Brand new zombie, sure.
yeah, sure. It might be fast. It ain't running.
Yeah, a few days later when it's like, because there's nothing keeping there's nothing keeping it alive.
No, it's decomposing. You can't stop decomposure.
If we had a zombie apocalypse, it'd probably be over in what, like a month.
I'd give it more than that because again, you'd still have people dying every single day.
That's fair.
But
We definitely it'll definitely hit a point where they just stop.
look at it this way. I'm gonna look at it from a I don't want to say political view, but they're definitely. I'm not gonna say they're gonna let it go on, but they're gonna use it as population control for sure. I mean, we have way too many people.
They definitely would. That's sad to think about.
It is.
But
It really
they definitely
is.
would.
But
They'd be like, nothing we can do about it. And then like a month later, they'd be like, all right, we got some shit.
yeah, but no, it would not go on for long. Fucking, they're all. You know that zombie virus that they awoken. They already have a cure for it.
Yeah, they just shut that shit.
So, grant they did awaken it for some stupid fucking reason.
I don't think they didn't mean to, right?
No, I'm pretty sure they did, or they found an awoken virus, one or the other. But they have a cure for that already. So if they can, they already got that. How hard is it to just whip up another one?
Fair enough. The last thing, the one thing I can see being a problematic zombie apocalypse. Have you ever seen The Last of Us?
Sort of.
Or the show or the game?
Yeah.
That's a fungal thing.
Yeah.
That shit I feel like would go places.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing. It's still a living organism.
Yeah.
It's keeping that body alive.
Yeah.
So that's when I feel like that shit would get problematic.
Yeah. If it was like a fungal and zombie infection, that'd be more of an issue.
And the whole idea in the show, at least. What?
Respirators.
Yeah. No.
I mean, we already had masks for COVID. It would suck. It would really suck.
Oh, dude, these would be like fucking like full on
Like
face cover.
oh yeah, no, it would suck, and you would have to take fucking precautions, like shrink wrap your house.
The government can't make me wear.
I'd wear a mask then.
No, I would. In the show they touched on it where like I forget what the fungi is called.
I
But
don't know.
it evolved to live in warmer conditions, like our body heat, and that's where it all went downhill. Is that possible? Most definitely,
Yeah,
because things evolve and they adapt.
look at the
and-
COVID virus. It fucking went from old people to babies to normal people to. I mean,
There's a new strand like every few months.
granted, again, more political shit. They let it go on purpose.
They did. They most definitely did.
They definitely brought it back again on purpose.
Definitely.
I'm not saying it was released on purpose,
We
but the
still
fact
were-
that COVID was made in a fucking lab and accidentally got out.
We sealed it up the one day, and bro like walked out with a jar, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Be free."
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I don't care what your fucking views are.
That shit went on for way too long.
That went on for way too long, and it definitely could have just.
It could have been shut down.
It was
even
over
worse.
exaggerated. People die no matter what.
Like
Fuck you. Fuck your shit. Goodbye.